Hola, what's up everybody? If you guys are interested in any merch, discounts, or tools that I use, please go to the first link in the description. It'll take you to my website. Stay up to date, see all the platforms that I post on, and you can also check out the tool link. Once you click on it, you go here. Everything's broken down into categories, so you can easily find whatever you're looking for. Now enjoy the video. Back at the Lowe's. Yeah, this is the life of a small YouTuber. Trying to go around, find all these new tools or things that come out, and getting the video out in a timely manner to where people are still looking and searching because it's still fresh and new. And I had to come back for the ammo can just because I wanted to try something that I had seen. And yeah, hopefully this video does well. I'm gonna have it up soon. Remember to like, share it, whatever you want, show your friends. If Toughbuilt ends up seeing this, help a small YouTuber out. I went around searching for all this stuff and buying up what I could. Yeah, so now let's get back to the house. All right, so I have the crate on its side, but let me show you the mechanism real quick, and then I'll show you a couple of issues that I've seen from other people. So this is in the lock position right now, so if you were to take it off, you unlock it, and if you can see in there, see the little feet go in. That's what allows you to take it out, because that's what locks. The back ones are the ones that just clip. I don't think those, yeah, those don't move with the lever, but these do in the front. So I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to take this apart, but I'd be afraid to mess it up because this is connected to this. These are spring loaded. So if I pull on the lever, you can actually see that it slides across, and that's going to be like what you the position you lock it into, right? But then you see that piece comes back. So if I go all the way, it goes, and then when you let it go, now this is here. Now this, if it gets depressed, if I can show it, it'll just slide back. So you hit it, it slides over, and then these feet lock into place. So that's how that works. That's your locking mechanism. All right, now as far as some of the quirks, now I have the system over here. You can see they are reversible, so you don't have to worry about that. So I don't know if that really matters to you, but let me, let's try the crate out and stack them a little bit. All right, so yes, they are reversible, right? Just because it's the same on both sides, it's just where you have the lever, right? So that's locked. Unlock it, take it out. Now on these, like I said, you can stack on top. So no issue with the ammo can style. And then I believe you can do this. No, you cannot. Okay, so that's an issue there. All right, guys, so if you are buying these ammo can styles, which I personally kind of do like, I don't use them as much as I used to, but in the Milwaukee one, but you cannot have anything on top unless it is a single style. So if you guys have this, this is the organizer and it still doesn't fit. The parts organizer will not lock in, will not even sit flat, because right here, the system itself, it has a deep lip to where you're not going to be able to put this one in unless they were to cut out the middle. So it's just going to teeter there. So you're going to have that issue. And I mean, that's basically all the boxes, just to show you like a toolbox. Not going to work at all. But if these are at the top, you're gonna have to go with single bins, single compact. and then build from there. So you're always going to have these two, which are going to wobble a bit also because it's not one piece, right? You got two, they're going to give you a little gap there. So I had seen this somewhere, and I was like, that can't be it. That can't be the way they work. But I was trying it out with the toolboxes. Let me show you what I had seen initially. Was a guy that had two of these. So what I had seen is the guy wanted a crate at the top. I guess he wanted an open bin, and he was going to do that. Now they're all the same, unless Toughbuilt has a cutout here. Nothing that goes across is going to fit with these. Now it should. Now I had a hard time getting this. I should have got two of these because I'm assuming that's going to happen with any of them. Let me bring that back. All right. So let's say we have these two, right? So you can imagine, I don't have to do it because all the lips are going to be the same. No matter what you do, you cannot stack a wide Stacktech box of any kind on top of something that has been separated already by either these ammo can compact toolboxes, these compact organizers, or anything else. I don't think everything else is a wide box, but anything that is single, once you get to a single storage side where you have left and right, nothing wide will go on top. You can already see it's like I said, it's the same lip here, and you're gonna get the same lip on any of these other compact organizers. They have this one, they have a deeper one, they have these, and they have more, might have more in the future, but you're not gonna be able to stack anything else over those just because of the lip being so deep and this cutout at the bottom being so shallow. So that is going to be a bit of a bummer because no matter what, with the Milwaukee, I can stack those in any orientation, single, double, as long as I level them up, like level them out, I can put a whole other box on top, a whole other crate. That's what I used to do. I used to put the crate at the very top. And I had a lot of, the compact ones, and as long as you had them flush, you could put another Packout on. So that's going to be the little Achilles heel of this one, is you got to be careful how you stack them. And also on this one, I'll show you I don't know if I already did, but I'll compare them inside because this is bigger than that Milwaukee one, but there is nothing to hang these on. So another benefit of the Milwaukee ones was that you could hang them because on the back they had a little piece right here where you could actually put it on a Packout if it's a vertical mount. You could mount them, but this one doesn't have it. Maybe they'll have one in the future, but there's already going to be little quirks and drawbacks with the Toughbuilt stuff. Okay, I do have to mention that the Toughbuilt ammo can is a little bit taller. You can see right there, you get a little bit more. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna assume you guys are gonna look at the specs over there. I think on here, they also give you the dimensions of it. If you guys look at the, if you're going to look at them, they'll have the dimensions. But yeah, it's already a little bit bigger, which I'm pretty excited for that too, because I tend to pack this a little bit to where I have to force the lid a little bit closed. All right, now one other thing with these, I don't always have to get a mounting plate. They don't have any mounting plates for the Toughbuilt that I've seen yet, but yeah, I can get away with it because they have these rails, right? They have even a mounting secure spot in the front, this little thing right here. You don't get that on that. It's all boxed in. Also, you have another anchor point in the back on the Milwaukee, if you guys need to do anything there. You don't get that over here. You get absolutely nothing. So the only points I can see if I'm gonna like bungee strap it at all is to put the hooks through here. Because like I said, I usually use the rails to wrap it around. And then again, you got the locking place right here for the lid. If you guys lock your toolboxes, you don't get that over here. Okay, and I caught myself before I said that I didn't see a locking point, you know, where you can put like a lock, or like what I do is I put a carabiner clip. So if you look at the bottom one, right, the big rolling toolbox, you're gonna have this right here, and that's where you're gonna be able to lock it, or like I said, I'll clip something on the side if it doesn't fit, or if I don't want it in the box, because you know, having to take this apart, I might clip something on the side, like a parts tool pouch, a zippered bag, whatever, and then I can grab it if I don't need it in the box itself. So they're gonna be super sleek about it, whereas like Milwaukee has it in the front, you're gonna have it off to the side. Now keep in mind, if you guys have these up against a wall or something like that, whereas like Milwaukee puts it in the front because that's where you're gonna open it. Like for myself, I put these in the van, I kind of put them side by side sometimes, or up against a corner or a wall, the divider in my van. So if I were to use this, whether to clip on something or to lock it, it's gonna suck if it's up against a wall like that, right? Because then it's gonna be on this side. So, you know, they're trying to be innovative and sleek. You can see the parts organizer has it. All of them have it. They're all down the side. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are putting this up against the wall, you're gonna need access to the right side if you're utilizing these little pass-through locks there. All right, guys, I'm trying to get that as straight on as I can. Now, obviously, the boxes are empty, so there should not be any weight, or it shouldn't be able to bow it at all. So we'll see if there's any issues there. Right now, though, I'm gonna fill it with some heavy shit. All right, just so you know what we're working with. Oxyacetylene, and this is essentially the same thing as my tool bag, and it has another pair in there, the full torch load out there. So I think that's worth a good amount of weight there. All right, so hopefully that's coming out straight to you guys. I don't think there's an issue. So wheeling it back and forth, it looks pretty flat. So my assumption, yeah, I don't really see, is either it was an illusion with the camera. That's why I'm trying to get this one straight on, not at an angle. Action cameras can also do warping like that, or if you're on the wide angle or the ultra wide angle on your phone camera, whatever, you're gonna get a weird warping effect. But yeah, I don't see it here. Both wheels are flat on the ground, and that's pretty heavy of a load. The torches and the tanks, if you guys work with that stuff, you know how heavy that is. All right, and one other thing I noticed is looking back at the footage, it looks like it kind of gives a little bit, right? But I want to say that's because you got a little play here, right? So on both of them, you get a little wobble. That might be what's causing that like little, I don't know if it's an illusion or if it is maybe going in a little bit. I don't know if these need to be tightened. We'll try that out too. I don't think you can though, but yeah, so there's wiggle room there. Now if I go to the Packout version, it's the same rolling toolbox, there's no give. That's going to be the reason why these are not as wobbly, or they don't look like they're bowing in or anything. So it's probably just the give on the wheels. All right, so I have this one backwards. I mentioned it in the other video that you can set these in backwards. They clip the same way both ways, but yeah, this right here is just the hinge. I was hoping there'd be like some sort of a tie down point in the back or something, but that's just a hinge. It moves up and down for the lid there. Now down here it does say tie down location, which I don't see, but there is a lip there. So this is what the bottom of it looks like. There's not really anything, and even here it's going to be these little indentions where it says tie down location, but how are you going to do that? I guess like if you're doing a bungee over the top and you want to hook into it and then strap it like that. But normally I strap it, you know, from the sides or something, because like the Milwaukee has the rails, and that's how I get away with not doing a packing plate, because like I'll have these for the crates obviously, but the other one there, I've had a wheeled one and just a large toolbox, and all I have to do is strap it from the rails right there to something on the van, and it'll hold it. There's no issue there. All right guys, and they're empty, but there is still a little weight to them. Now removing these, because I learned this yesterday trying to mess with them and trying to get to, let's say like one of the bottom ones, is if you're taking a whole bunch of them off, just be careful, because you do have to kind of pull towards you slightly. So like if I were to take this one off, if I lift up straight, let's see if it'll do it this time, the back gets caught, right? So you got to be careful if you're lifting a bunch of them at once. Like straight up gets caught, and then you got to be careful. Somebody had asked about the stability of them, if they knock around, or if they wiggle, if there's any wiggle room, I guess. Once you get up to here, now I only have these two and this, but let's say you stack some more of these compact ones where it's like the single stack over here. I told you guys there is a gap. So the wiggle room there, you can see, right? So if this does move, that's the play that you have, and there's no way to lock them in, because like I said, you cannot put one of these on top, because what you could do to remedy it, even if it's on a Packout, but the Packouts don't do that much, these are kind of loose once you get to this stage. If you were able to put a wide box or a crate on top to lock them together, that would resolve that, but you can't. So that's going to be the wiggle and play that you have with that. So as far as the bottom, just got to remember to lift the front and pull out a little bit. But if you get to the bottom here, this is solid, the wide boxes, right? So that's not gonna, none of them shift over in any direction. The handle does a little bit, but like if you're strapping this in, or you got a mounting plate whenever they come out with those, I really think that should have been a priority to be able to put them in work vehicles, but it is what it is. These don't budge whatsoever. These are solid. If you get all the wide boxes, those are going to be solid. No give or anything. Now for the Packout system, there's actually no wiggle room even on these, right? So if I move it, I'm moving the whole thing, because it's solid in there. The feet actually lock in, and it's an even distribution of the weight and all that. So there's no give there. Obviously, if I shake these, there's no give. And like I said, these I can strap to the van without permanently drilling into the floor or anything because of the rails. So there's that. These are pretty solid. I don't know what that squeak is, but pretty solid. Stacktech has a little give. All right, so these are the large tool boxes because I have a Packout version. And what I noticed, there's no easy way to carry this. You're really relying on the rolling toolbox at this point, or to carry these one by one somehow. Because on the Packout, you get this nice little handle, right? You can grab it because these are probably going to be packed out with tools and whatnot. So I kind of like this. You do get like these little handles, but they don't pop out. They're just for you to grab if you need to. Whereas on the Toughbuilt, you only have these. I don't see anything else. So on these larger toolboxes, there's no nice swinging handle on top, which I kind of prefer that on these. Granted, I only use these for storage, so if you only use them for storage, not a big deal. But if you're carrying them around and you need that, that's the difference there on the Packout. But the Toughbuilt one is slightly bigger. So just a comparison there. And I mean, they both have the handles. This one actually doesn't lock. These other ones on the side lock nicely. This is a free loose handle. Similar to this one. I mean, it locks down, but it's like loose up here. This one doesn't lock at all, down or up. So, but the side ones do. And then as far as the parts organizers, this is the Packout version of it, right? The clear tops, all the little bins. So I like the bin storage on this one because you get wide ones. Now, if you don't like the wide ones, you know, then that's an issue if you want more of these smaller bins. But I think I'm gonna appreciate this one a little bit because of the front divided section where I can kind of maybe get two wide sections right there and then a bunch of bins. Obviously, take out the bins if you don't want them, but it's a lot beefier. That's a pretty huge difference there. Right? And then of course, even though this is smaller, it's even smaller because of the Packout lid that goes in. I will say though, if you guys are into vertical storage, right? I think Toughbuilt has a really good hold on the stacking system. But if you're somebody like me in my last van, I stood a lot of these up on the walls, right? On the doors. And you can hang things here a lot easier versus trying to put this up and then lock, I don't know, let's try this one. Lock it in here. It'll hold, right? But the advantage of this is like third-party stuff. If you get stuff that doesn't necessarily clip in, you know, it just maybe takes up a little spot here, you can hang it there. And that's the other thing that I was talking about with the crate, that it has that back piece right there where if you have a mounting bracket vertically, you can just hang that. It won't clip in, but it hangs, and you can store it vertically a lot better than these, because these have to clip in. right, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was helpful and informative. If you're looking to buy these, if you saw them just like me, you got kind of hyped up, right? They teased it here and there. Some people got them early and you got to see what they were capable of. But this is real world use. So I'm gonna spend the rest of my weekend trying to figure out how I can build this out in my van, see what I can basically take out, you know, some Milwaukee and replace it with Toughbuilt, see if that works out. Use it out in the field, see how I like them, and we'll go from there. So if you guys have any questions, concerns about the Toughbuilt system, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Questions, concerns, your experiences. I know on the last video, some people were already commenting about some of the issues, which I did mention in this video. So that's just the stuff that I found. And we'll see if we find any more. So if you're new here, please subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and I appreciate you guys.